You may recognize Chef Harold Dieterle as the winner of season 1 of Bravo's Top Chef competition, but he wasn't always a top chef. In high school, he took a home ec class just to meet girls, but a fried chicken later, he was hooked on cooking.
And that's worked out rather well. He's now chef and owner of 3 of New York's hottest restaurants, Barilla, Kinshop, and his latest, The Marrow. Star Chefs named him a rising star, and his first cookbook, Kitchen Notebook, is due out next week. Chef Harold Dieterle, welcome to The Dish.
Guys, thanks for having me.
And you have brought us a very small, delicate,
yeah,
very fluffy piece of lasagna.
Very small, yeah. We're doing a couple of things from the cookbook that's coming out here, and this is the Turducken Lasagna.
Tell people what turducken is for those who
don't
know.
So it's turducken is the turkey, duck, and chicken kind of party, so to speak. And we've just made a bolognese with the turducken instead of kind of cooking them all together. And I'm pretty excited about it.
What else do we have here?
We have some farro risotto with chilied grapes and artichokes.
Wow, this looks fabulous.
Some creamed corn and a grilled style Caesar salad.
And it looks like a blueberry crumble of some sort, or a pie?
Yeah, this is my mom's recipe. So it is a blueberry buckle, and I grew up with a blueberry tree in my backyard. So we used to. That was one of
Fresh blueberry.
Yeah, that was another one of my moves where I was trying to convince girls to sleep over and make them blueberry pancakes.
Well, maybe that's a good jumping-off point.
I should have tried that.
I mean, you have to work an angle when you're not like a super popular quarterback type guy. So
yeah.
When you're in high school, so
did it work well?
I got shut down every time.
Let's talk about home ec though, because you took a class basically, like we said, to meet girls.
Yep.
And then how did it sort of move forward?
I was just a terrible student, and I was always looking for something to focus me in, and I started cooking. And I grew up in an American Italian household where my mom, my aunts, and my grandmother are all amazing cooks. I never really got into it, and then I started taking the classes, and I was just like, this is what I need to be doing.
It really literally happened in the class.
Yeah, it happened in the class. Happened in West Babylon High School.
And then did you lie about your age to get a dishwashing job?
Well, I mean, I don't say I was lying, but I was definitely very young, and I was working only a couple hours, and I wanted to be in the kitchen. That's what
you
I
were
wanted
14.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Top Chef.
Let's talk about Top Chef.
It's such a huge show now, but when you joined, you probably had no idea what it was going to be, and nobody was really doing food shows.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a learning experience for everybody involved, It was just like one of those things where it was an amazing experience. But yeah, everybody was figuring it out because, the producers had only done Project Runway, and like this was their first food show. This was Bravo's first food show. And Tom Colicchio was huge in helping produce that show to say we can't just take our time with the shots. Like, we need to eat the food while it's hot.
Right. Now, what made you want to participate in something that was brand new like that?
Well, I'd always wanted to open my own restaurant, and the PR aspect of a show like that is huge.
Sure.
So you need to attract investors and get landlords to say, okay, you can open a restaurant in my space.
Talk about the evolution of your restaurants, though, because it seems like your newest restaurants are sort of a departure from this type of food that people might expect from you. You have a little bit more of Asian influence going on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've taken several trips to Thailand, and I'm really inspired by the food, the culture, and the cuisine. So this is stuff that the Dieterles were eating on the weekends, but now I'm doing stuff that's definitely more Southeast Asian focused.
I gotta say, I want to come to their house on the weekends.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow, that's good bolognese.
Lasagna, I'm embarrassed to say.
As we get your signature on this dish, we want to ask you if you could have this meal with any person, past or present, who would that person be?
I mean, I don't get to spend nearly enough meals with my wife, so working late nights, so.
The blueberry pies, the wife shot. You're good.
He's
Chef
working the angles.
Yeah.
Chef Harold Dieterle, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
very
more
much.
on The Chef and The Dish, head to our website at CBS This Morning.